Inauguration Day is full of fluffy and stuffy traditions, but behind all the pomp and circumstance is a White House staff frantic to ready the West Wing for the new first family. They only have about 5 hours to move out all of the former president's stuff and move in the new president and to redecorate the entire residence and Oval Office. Do they have to scrape gum from under the Resolute desk? And did the Trump staff pull any pranks on the Biden team? Joining me now for an inside look, former chief of staff for former First Lady Laura Bush and the current executive in residence for American University's Center for Presidential Studies, so she knows what she's talking about. Anita McBride, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
So this has been described as a mad dash. How does this happen, and how do they paint and clean and move everything in so quickly?
I know it really is remarkable. And frankly, it is the West Wing that gets the greatest change because those offices, they're small, they're cramped. Different administrations come in and want people sitting in different places. And so the General Services Administration, the good old GSA, we heard a lot about them during the transition. They are primed and ready to pull carpets, put new ones down, hang new pictures, paint walls, move walls if they need to, and have desks ready, and also new computers and everything. It really is remarkable. I've seen this happen about 3 times. It's just a swarm, a team of people to make it happen.
You said they sleep in stairwells on cots. They get started at 4 a.m. And it's different this year because the new first family didn't visit the White House. They've obviously been there in the past, but they didn't have the formal tea and the getting to know you time that typically first ladies and first families have. So how much harder does that make the process?
Well, I think that, so now we're talking about the residents. And in the residence, you have a team of about 100 people who work there from administration to administration. They know their job. And you're right, they are staying there overnight in these last days leading up. They just have a few short hours to move out the former president's items and be ready to hang the clothes in the closets, toothbrushes and the toothbrush holders, and favorite foods already made for the new family when they come in. It really, although it is unfortunate that traditional sort of experience of one family greeting the other didn't happen, the fact is the Bidens have had a representative that has worked with the White House chief usher who, I don't know, maybe something didn't go right because he got fired today.
Oh, he was from one of the Trump hotels. So that's not a huge surprise. He wanted to be a permanent member of the White House staff.
Did.
And they let him go.
But he would have directed all of the changes today, and presumably things went smoothly. But, I can understand the new family wants to make their own team.
Of course. And do they do a big security sweep when they're cleaning and all that stuff?
Yeah. Well, sure. The Secret Service are always involved with anything, of course, that's coming from outside into the residence. So that would be, a private moving truck that would have brought the Bidens things to the house. But once those movers arrive at the White House door, they don't go into the White House. Then it's the White House staff that takes everything off the truck and moves it in. So it's highly supervised.
We only have about 20 seconds. Were there any pranks that the Trump administration played on the Biden administration?
Well, not that I've heard of, and I really can't imagine that they would have done that. It has happened in other administrations. I've seen it, but I don't think anything this time.
All right, Anita McBride, thank you so much for your time. This is such a fascinating topic for me. That's like a reality show in full bloom. Thanks again.
That's right. Okay.